Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Private Practice for School Counselors channel. My name is Jenny and I'm here to help fellow school counselors find options and grow opportunities. Today we're going to look at what it takes to get your license and become a therapist. Each state is a little bit different, so I'll be going through the basics, but I encourage you to check with your particular state to find out the details that are right for you. And then that same reminder that I give every time, I am trained as a therapist and a clinical supervisor, but I am not those things when it comes to this channel. I'm just a person trying to give some help to fellow school counselors. So definitely find other resources and professionals to help you individually. And if you do find what I'm sharing with you helpful, please do like and subscribe so that other people can find this content and get it as well. If you're watching this video, you may have determined that getting your license to work as a therapist outside of schools is something that you may want to pursue or it might benefit you. So today I'm going to walk you through the main steps for doing this. Let's get right into it. And as I said a little bit earlier, each state is different. So in California, for example, the state department that regulates a therapist's license is called the Board of Behavioral Sciences. In Washington State, it's called the Department of Health, and in Colorado, it's the Department of Regulatory Agencies. Those are just a couple of examples. And when you actually start seeing clients, you're going to need to be licensed in the state where your clients are located in, not where you're located. So if, for example, you live in Missouri, but you want to see clients who live in Kansas, you'll need to look at getting licensed in Kansas in order to see clients that are in Kansas. You can, of course, get licensed in both Missouri and Kansas and see people in either state. Similarly, if you lived in New York and you have a client that you normally see in New York and you've been doing that for a while, but then they go on a month-long trip to California and they want to keep meeting with you via telehealth, you would have to be licensed in California first in order to provide that service to them. There are some nuances there. Some states do allow for you to do temporary services, and you'd have to check with the entity of that state to see how that would work. So I'm going to go through a little bit of kind of an example just within Colorado. Here is the Department of Regulatory Agencies checklist for people that want to get their licensed professional counselor credential. And this is by examination or endorsement, so you can kind of see the differences there. But if you don't have a license in anything yet, you'll do it by examination. And you can see here the checklist, there's different things. We're going to go through each piece of this step by step, but today we're really just going to kind of look at the overall picture of things and not get too far into the weeds. I will have subsequent videos where we can go into more of those details later, but you'll see that you need to graduate from a CACREP accredited program, or else you're going to have to get your transcripts looked at, basically. Get them reviewed to see if they are equivalent or not. And then if they're not, then you're going to take maybe a couple of classes. In another video, I will go through exactly what is CACREP and how do you get through the process if you're not if you didn't graduate from a CACREP accredited program. Okay, so for now, you can just know that that's a thing we'll cover in more detail later. You'll see that there's a couple of exams, one of them for Colorado, not every state, but for Colorado, it's something called the jurisprudence. There's also the NCE down here, and those are the two main tests that you're going to need to take. And again, in other videos, I will go into a lot more detail about those, so don't you worry. You're also going to get supervision hours, and I will cover a lot more information about supervision in another video. And you're going to have to fill out an online application profile, I guess you could call it. And you're going to have to create something called a personal disclosure statement. That's part of the profile. Everything else, pretty much, I think, that it asks for you to put in the application is stuff like your name, you know, things that you just already know. It's not a big deal. But I will go over in another video and I'll give you an example of a personal disclosure statement that you can work off of. So no worries there, you can get that done, no problem. And then once you basically have all of that information done and uploaded into your application, your online application, you just pay them some money. In Colorado, they try to turn it over pretty quickly because they are in need of folks to provide therapy in Colorado. And so then you get your LPC, you get a little license that the state sends you. You have to renew it every couple of years. And that's pretty much the broad strokes of it. So I just want to say, if you are feeling overwhelmed here, I want to highlight that you have already gone through all kinds of things to be a school counselor, and you are very well prepared to do this process as well if you decide you want to. You've already got your master's degree, you've already taken other tests, and you've already got licensed as a school counselor. So these steps are maybe a little bit unique, but also stuff that you know well and you've done. So also to keep in mind, if you are looking forward to the benefits of having a private practice, these are just the steps you got to get through to get there. I know that you can do it. I'm here to help you through it. And in our next video, we're going to talk more about cake rep, what it is, what you can do to make sure that you can still get your license, even if you did not graduate from an accredited program. So I'll meet you there. And in the meantime, if you did find anything useful, helpful within this video, please like and subscribe so others can find it. And also let me know what you think in the comments below. What else do you need from me? And until next time, remember, you have options and opportunities.